Now coming to the next topic, petty cash book. Petty cash book. You know that in every business there are large number of small payments. Large number of small payments. Such as small payments such as payment for stationery, postage, conveyance, refreshment, cartage, okay, cartage. Other may be wages to casual worker, payment to casual worker. These are the small payments, wages to casual worker, stationery, postage, conveyance, refreshment, cartage. These are the small payments. In every business we do these payments, okay. These payments, if it is recorded by the head cashier in the cash book, then the head cashier work will be overburdened. To reduce the work of the head cashier, what we do, we appoint a petty cashier as an employee who will record these transactions, small payments. Small payments are recorded by petty cashier, not by the head cashier, okay. In this way we are shifting the work of head cashier to the petty cashier, so that the head cashier work will be reduced, and on the same time the cash book should not be bulky with these small payments, okay. So what we do, these payments are recorded by petty cashier, where these transactions will be recorded. This transaction will be recorded in the petty cash book. Here we record these type of payments which are small, which are of small amount, maybe less than 500, less than 1000 or 2000 or 20,000. At the first day of the month or at the first day of the week, if it is a weekly, then first day of the week. If it is a monthly, then first day of the month. If it is if it is fortnightly, then first day of the fortnight, the head cashier give the sum, a specified sum, to petty cashier. At the beginning, head cashier give the definite amount to petty cashier to do this payment. Suppose head cashier will give every month rupees 20,000 to the petty cashier every month. Suppose on 1st January 2020, in this day, head cashier has given 20,000 to petty cashier to do the small payment from 1st January to 31st January 2020. 1st January to 31st January 2020. In this 31 days, for these 31 days, head cashier has given 20,000 to petty cashier to make this payment. Whatever the amount the petty cashier spent, suppose petty cashier out of this 20,000, petty cashier spent 17,000. Petty cashier spent 17,000. So 3,000 is the balance amount with the petty cashier. 3,000 is the balance amount with the petty cashier. Now in the next month is means January, this is January, next month is 1st February. On 1st February 2020, what the head cashier will do, he will give, petty cashier has already 3,000 rupees balance. Now the head cashier will give 17,000 to make the sum 20,000 again. And now with this term, the petty cashier again do the payment for the month of February. So the amount which is given by this definite amount which is given by the head cashier to the petty cashier at the beginning of the month or beginning of the week, first day of the week or first day of the quarter or first day of the fortnight, that amount is called impressed amount, impressed money. So in petty cash book, which type of transactions we record in petty cash book? We record the payments of small expenses, payment of small expenses, payment of small expenses. Small expenses are recorded by the petty cashier in the petty cash book. In this book, who will record the transactions? Who will record? Petty cashier by the petty cashier, okay, by the petty cashier. Petty cashier record all these payments and receipts, what the amount received from the head cashier, he will record in the petty cash book these small payments. Okay, so whatever the amount given by the head cashier to the petty cashier at the beginning of the month or at the first day of the week or first day of the fortnight, that amount is called impressed money. Impressed money, as I already explained you, impressed money. Okay, impressed money is decided on the basis of the business, whether the business is of large business, small business or medium business. It varies from one business to another business, whether this amount is small or this amount is large amount. Suppose in a particular business, if the head cashier think that 10,000 is the sufficient amount, 10,000 is the sufficient amount to pay the expenses for 1 month, If the head cashier, as per his calculation or as per his estimations or projection, if the head cashier feel that in a particular month, in any month, the 10,000 will be the sufficient enough to pay these small expenses. So the head cashier will fix up this amount and this amount will be given to the petty cashier. Okay. For instance, I am giving you one example, already I have explained. Suppose on 1st January to 31st January, this is 1 month, Yes. At the beginning of this month, means on 1st January, head cashier has given money to petty cashier. How much? On this day, 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees is given by head cashier to petty cashier. This 10,000 rupees given by head cashier to petty cashier. ₹10,000 is given by head cashier to petty cashier at the first day of the month. This amount is called impressed money. Impressed money or impressed amount. Impressed amount. This amount is called impressed amount. This amount is called impressed amount. Means impressed amount is that amount which is given by the head cashier to petty cashier to make the definite sum at the first day of the every month or first day of the every week or first day of the every fortnight. So I am taking example of 1 month, suppose January to December. For this month, at the beginning of this month, head cashier has given this much amount to petty cashier. Now petty cashier in these 31 days, petty cashier, expenses of petty cashier in this month is expenses, total expenses done by the petty cashier is suppose 8,500. Total expenses done by petty cashier is 8,500. So how much amount is left in the hand of petty cashier? 10,000 is given by the head cashier. 8,500 he has done the payment. All the payments he has done, total payments. So in the hand of petty cashier, 1,500 is in the hand of petty cashier on this day, on 31st January. So next month is what? Next month is February. On 1st February next month for February, and this will be end on 28th February. In this day, this much is already in balance with the petty cashier. This much amount is already in hand of petty cashier. Now the head cashier will give the 8,500 whatever the amount is spent by the petty cashier, this much amount, so that impressed money will again come to rupees 10,000. Again in the 1st February, on 1st February, this was the balance of cash with the head petty cashier, okay, and the head cashier will give 8,500 so that the impressed money again this will come 10,000. So again now with this money the head cashier do the payments from February to 28th February first. Suppose in this month expenses is 8,100. So how much amount will be left? Out of 10,000, out of this 10,000 he has spent 8,100. So 1,900 is the balance amount. So 1,900 is the balance amount. Okay. So in the next month, which month? In the next month, March, 1st March to 31st March. Here the opening balance of cash on 1st March is 1,900. And now the head cashier will give how much amount to make this impressed money 10,000? Head cashier will give 8,100, this much amount, to the petty cashier so that the impressed money again will be 10,000. Now again the petty cashier will do the expenses in this month. and this process will go on. So to do the small payments, we are not going to disturb the cash book. We are not going to disturb the cash book. We appoint an employee known as petty cashier who will entrusted the task to do the small payments. These small payments in every business: wages to casual worker, stationery, printing, okay, postage, telegrams, conveyance, refreshment, cartage, okay, cartage. So these are the small payments. So these small payments are recorded by, if the amount is within the limit is fixed. Suppose the petty cashier only do the payment at a time not more than maybe 400, not more than 400 at a time, okay. He will do the expense up to 5,000 or 6,000, but he will not do the payment at a time 400 or 500 or 600, okay. So if the expenses are below that or up to that, that amount will be paid by the petty cashier. And this amount will be given by whom? This amount will be given by at the beginning of the month, or at the beginning of the first day of the week, or first day of the quarter, or first day of the fortnight. This amount will be given by the head cashier, okay, by head cashier. Petty cashier will not collect any amount for business. He is not going to collect or receive any amount from anybody else. Petty cashier is only responsible or entrusted the task to do the small payments, and he will submit the petty cash details of the payments to the head cashier, and head cashier check all these payments and verified it. After verifications, the head cashier again provide the rest of the money what he has spent. So he will provide this much money over here, so that the interest money again this much, interest money again this much. And one more responsibility of the petty cashier: petty cashier is responsible for a voucher. If there is a voucher of the payment, then it is good. If there is a voucher of the payment, or the source document of if there is a source document of that payment, then voucher can easily be prepared. Suppose if there is no source document available for these small payments, then the voucher will be prepared by the petty cashier. And that voucher must be approved by the concerned authority. For all expenses we can't get the source document. Suppose we are coming from or going from by using the rickshaw. We are going some place by using rickshaw or auto. Then this auto driver will not give us a source document, any bill. Rickshaw puller, he will not give you any bill, okay. So in that circumstances, the source document will not be available. Then the petty cashier prepare a voucher, and that voucher will be sanctioned by the concerned authorized person. Then the transaction will be recorded. In the petty cash book. Is it clear? So the amount given by the head cashier to petty cashier at the beginning of the fortnight or beginning of the week, first day of the week or first day of the month or first day of the quarter, that amount which is given by the head cashier to petty cashier, that amount is called impressed amount. And the system through which the petty cashier maintain these receipts and payments are called impress system of petty cash book. impressed system of petty cash book. The system what the petty cashier follow to receive it, receipts and payment of small expenses. This entire system is called impressed system of petty cash book. So petty cashier take the money from the head cashier, or you can say the head cashier give the money in advance to petty cashier to make the small payment, to do the small payments. With that money the petty cashier do the payments as per the instructions given by the head cashier that you don't do the payment beyond this limit. Okay, there is a limit is always fixed, and at the end of the month or at the end of the week the petty cashier submit the details of his accounts, petty cash book with the voucher and source document to the head cashier. Head cashier verified it, and after verifications of all these payments, then the head cashier provide the amount so that the amount will be equal to impressed money. As I told you that suppose 10,000 is the impressed money and the expenses is 8,500, so balance is 1,500 is in the hand of petty cashier. So the head cashier will provide only the amount that is actually spent by the petty cashier, that is 8,500. So 1,500 plus 8,500, it becomes 10,000 impressed money. Now in the next month again the petty cashier do the payments of the petty expenses. This process will go on. So this system is called impressed system of petty cash book. There are certain points we have to keep in our mind. Petty cashier should obtain proper receipt for the payments. All the payments what the petty cashier has done, they have to receive or obtain the proper receipts, proper source document, proper receipts for the payment made by the petty cashiers. Second one is these receipts, these documents must be date wise arranged, date wise, must be arranged by the petty cashier date wise, and these receipts must be numbered, serial number. This must be in serial number. Next is if the proper receipt not available, in some cases the petty cashier won't get the proper receipt, then on that circumstances the petty cashier has to prepare voucher, and that voucher must get sanctioned from the authorized person. Okay, must be sanctioned from the authorized person. Upper limit of a single payment is always fixed. Upper limit means petty cashier cannot pay more than this limit. Suppose upper limit of a single payment is fixed, that is 250. So petty cashier can't pay more than 250 in a single payment. Okay, so there is always upper limit of a single payment is always fixed. Petty cashier get the reimbursement of the amount spent by him from the head cashier. Petty cashier get the reimbursement of the amount spent by him from the head cashier after verification of his petty cash book and the receipts or whatever the document he has given to the head cashier. Petty cashier is not entitled to receive any amount from the outside. Outside amount will only be received by the head cashier, main cashier. Petty cashier is not entitled to receive the amount from outside. Okay, only head cashier will receive the amount from outside, and only head cashier will do the payment above than the certain limit, and for that he is responsible for, head cashier is responsible for cash book. That is the main transaction related to cash and bank. And small expenses, for small expenses, petty cashier is accountable for that, and he is responsible and entrusted the task of do the payment of the small expenses. Okay. Now see the format of petty cash book. See the format of petty cash book. Heading will be petty cash book. From the center, we divide two sides. This side is start with the debit, amount received in rupees, amount received. This is for cash book folio number, cash book folio number. This is for date, single column for date, whether we receive the amount or we do the payment, we write the date over here. There is one single column, whether we receive the amount on a particular day or we do the payment, that day we will write it over here. Particular is one, particular both for debit and credit, one particular is here. If you want to write in the debit side, we start with 2. If you want to write in the debit side, then we start with 2. And if you want to write in the credit side, we start with by. So there is one particular only, both for debit and credit. This is for voucher number, this is for total payment, total payment. Thereafter, this side is your analysis of payment. Whatever the amount you have paid, now you do the analysis of payment. This is the comes under postage and couriers, or wages, or conveyance, cartage, stationery, and last one is for miscellaneous. If the expenses not coming under these five items head, then that will be recorded in the miscellaneous column of miscellaneous expense. Okay, that is the sixth one. So this is the analysis of payment. First of all, we will complete this part. This is your credit side. This is your credit. Payment is credit and receipt is amount received will be debit. This is your debit column and this is for your credit column. When I am going to write in this column, then I will write over here by. When I want to write in the received column, then I will start with the 2 and by. Date column is the single column for date, whether we write this side or this side, amount received side or amount payment side. Okay, so this is for cash book folio number, from which cash book folio number it has come, amount has come. We have to write the cash because the amount is given by head cashier. So that will be, we will write the cash book folio number when we receive the amount from head cashier. And here the voucher number for payments. When we do the payments, we write the voucher number. Okay, and this is your, from this side is your payment side. This side is your payment side. Is it clear? That side is your payment side. Now see one question. Now see one question based on it. Okay, we'll see one question based on this. Okay, based on this. So question is, enter the following transaction in a petty cash book in analytical form. This is your analytical form. Analysis of payment is called analytical form. Enter the following transaction in a petty cash book in analytical form. The books is kept on impressed system. Impressed system means impressed system of petty cash book. Amount of impressed money is, amount of impressed money which was decided by them is 5,000 is the impressed money. This is the impressed money. to maintain at the first day of the month or for first day of the quarter or first day of the fortnight, you have to maintain this balance. First day of the quarter or first day of the month or first day of the week, okay, we have to maintain our first day of the fortnight. So this is the impressed amount, and thereafter the petty cashier do the payment from this amount 5,000. So on 2020, I'm going to write the date over here, 2020. Okay, date, year is 2020, 3rd April. Petty cash in hand. Petty cash in hand, then we'll write it over here 2. So the petty cash in hand, so it's a opening balance, 2 balance brought down. This is the opening balance of petty cash, that is 420. You write it this side, in the debit side you write it. This is the opening balance of cash. Received cash to make the impressed. So how much cash we will receive from the petty cashier to cash account? How much cash you will take from the petty cashier, so that the amount will be 5,000. So we have already petty cashier have already 420 rupees in hand. So how much amount we will take? We will take 4,580 if you will take it from the head cashier. So 4,580. Now the impressed money will be 5,000. So this much money will take it from the head cashier. Petty cashier will take this money or receive this money from the head cashier, so that impressed money will be 5,000. 420 they have already petty cashier. When this money the petty cashier take it from the head cashier, now the money becomes 5,000. This is the impressed amount. So received cash to make the impressed amount. So this much cash we will receive or we will take from the head cashier by the petty cashier. So to cash account, this side, debit side, amount received. This is the opening balance of cash in the hand of petty cashier, and this much amount when you take from the head cashier, now the impressed money will be 5,000. Now next is on April 3rd, bought stamps. So write stamps over here. What you will write in credit side, it's a payment, so start with the buy. When we do the payment, we start with buy. So what we have done, we purchase the stamps. So we purchase stamps. So you write buy stamps. So you write in the payment column. You write this amount in the payment column, total payment column, that is 300. Buy stamps. Buy stamps. 300. Is it clear? 300 in the payment column, because it's a payment. So start with the buy payments. Next is paid for office cleaning. Then I'll write buy office cleaning. Office cleaning. Amount is 200. Amount is 200. Then repairs to furniture. Repairs to furniture. Okay, I will write 250 over here. 250 repairs to furniture. Thereafter, on this transaction is on April, which date? April 5. These are on April 5. April 5. Next date is April 7 to bus fare, bus fare. Next is railway fare, railway fare, railway fare, bus fare and railway fare. Next is wages, in the same day, wages. So these all are of April 7. Next is on April 8. By, I will start written by one time over here, then by continue. By charity, charity. Then by April 9, by shorthand notebook, shorthand notebook, shorthand notebook. How much it is? Shorthand notebook, shorthand notebook, shorthand notebook is 250. Here we will write the bus fare is how much? Bus fare is 440. Railway freight is, railway fare 330 is the railway fare. Wages 200 is the wages. Charity 350 is the charity. Okay. Then you will write next is shorthand. After shorthand, next on the same day on 9 to carriage, carriage, what? Parcel, parcels, that is 280. Carriage on parcels 280. Next is envelope on date 10. Envelope, envelope, it is 450. Next is refreshment, refreshment, refreshments. To whom? Refreshment to customer, customer. Okay, the amount is 150. Next is on April, this is on 10, April 12. Next is conveyance, conveyance, conveyance is 300. After conveyance, on the same day after conveyance, wages, wages, by wages, wages is 200. Next is stapler, stapler, stapler pin, it is stapler pins 280. The last one is on April 15. This is tips to peon, tips to office peon, office peon, that is 250. Now what we do, we'll do the total, we'll do the total over here and then find out the difference amount, then find out the difference amount. Okay, we'll do the total and then find out the difference amount. Now do the total of this side first. This side total is 5,000. This side total is 5,000. This side total is 0, 3, 2, 4. 4,230. 4,230. So difference amount will indicate by balance, balance carried down, So balance carried down will be 770. Now the total is 5000. So this total and this total will matched, 5000 and 5000. This is the balancing figure, balance CD. At the end of the quarter, it's a quarter from April to up to 15th April. It's a fortnight. Now this balance will be brought down. So we'll write this side by balance brought down. This balance will be brought down this side 770, and again we'll take the money from the head cashier, not by, yes, this balance will be to balance brought down, and here we'll take the money from the head cashier to cash account, so that our impressed money will be again 5000. This is our impressed money. So 770 is in our hand, in the hand of the petty cashier, and this is the impressed money. So we'll take this much money from the head cashier, so that our impressed money will again 5000. 4230. This much amount we will take from the head cashier, so that petty cashier's impressed money will be again 5000. Okay, so the process is very simple. This side when we will write, we start with the 2, and when we will write the payment side, we start with the by. This is the balance CD. This is the total payment. This one is 4230 is the total payments. Is it clear? It's a total payments. And the difference amount is 5000 minus, we have the 5000 total cash, minus this much amount, 770 is in our hand. So it is called balance carried down on 15th April. This balance will be brought down on April 16, next day. To balance brought down, we will write this side. To make the impressed money 5000, we will take the money, whatever we have spent, petty cashier has spent. So this much money 4230, this much money the petty cashier will take it from the head cashier. So he will write to cash account here 4230, so that the impressed money will be again 5000. Now come to the analysis of payment. Come one by one. Stamps comes under which head? There are the 6 analysis of payment: postage and couriers, wages, conveyance, cartage, stationery, and miscellaneous expenses. If these expenses won't come under these 5, then that amount we will write it in the miscellaneous expenses. Okay, so first one is stamps. Stamps will come under the postage and stamps, 300. So I am writing over here 300. Rest of the column I put dash. Okay, now coming to the office cleaning, not postage, not wages, not conveyance, not cartage, stationery, nothing. It comes under the miscellaneous expense. Office cleaning coming under the miscellaneous. Now repairs to furniture, this also comes under the miscellaneous. This is 250 miscellaneous expense. Next is bus fare. Bus fare will come under conveyance, 440 under conveyance. Bus fare will come under conveyance. Railway fare also comes under conveyance. Analysis of payment, you see how I am analyzing the payments, under which column this will come. So bus fare, it's a conveyance. Wages, we have a separate column for wages, so this will come over here 200. Rest of the column dash. Now coming to the charity will come under the miscellaneous. This will come under miscellaneous, 350 miscellaneous. Now shorthand notebook comes under which stationery. Okay, this will come under stationery, 250. Next is carriage on parcel, carriage on parcel, that this will come under cartage. Okay, this will come under cartage, 280. Okay, envelope will come under the stationery, envelope will come under stationery. Yes, envelope will come under stationery. Okay, so envelope 450, this will come under which column? This will come under stationery 450, envelope. Next is after envelope, refreshment to customer, this will come under miscellaneous. Refreshment, there is no column for refreshment, so this will come under the miscellaneous, 150, miscellaneous. Next is conveyance, this will come under conveyance, column of conveyance, 300. Okay, next is wages. Wages, we have a separate column, 200, wages, this will come over here. Next is stapler pin, 280, this will come under stationery, 280 come under stationery. Tips to office peon, tips to office peon, this will comes under the miscellaneous. Tips you have given 250. Now we'll do the total over here. Now we will do the total. Okay, we'll do the total. So total of one by one, you see courier side total is 300, this total is 400. Is it clear? This is 0, 7, 10, 1070, 1070. This is 280 total. This one is 0, 8, 9, 980. Next total is 0, 0, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1200, 1200. This is the total of individual expenses. Postage and couriers is 300, wages total is 400, conveyance total is 1070, cartage total is 280, stationery total is 980, and miscellaneous expense total is this much. Miscellaneous total is this much. Okay, so this petty cash book is very simple, very simple. So there are the two sides of the petty cash book. This side is your debit and credit. Debit, your amount received, you will write it over here. This is for cash book folio number. Whenever you receive the amount from head cashier, you write the cash book folio number over here. Okay, this is of April 3rd, and when you are going to write the payment side, we start with the buy. So these all are payments, buy. So I have written over here. First we complete this side. Thereafter we do the total of the payments and do the total of the amount received. Amount received total is 5,000 and total payment is this much. So balancing is 770. This 770 balance is on 15th April. This balance will be brought down on the next day, 16 April, 2 balance brought down, and we'll write this side 2. And thereafter 2 cash account, rest amount to make the impressed money 5,000. We have 770 in balance and impressed money is 5,000. So we have to take how much amount? 4,230 from the head cashier. Whatever the amount the petty cashier spent, this amount he will take from the head cashier, so that again the impressed money will come 5,000, reach up to 5,000. After completing it, we do this one, analysis of payment. We complete this area. So analysis of payment, we'll see the, for instance, stamps. So stamps comes under which? Postage and couriers. Similarly, suppose envelope comes under stationery. Wages comes under the particular column is here for wages. So accordingly we'll write it. Now we do the total at last of each and every expenses separately. Now petty cash book is completed. It is very simple to operate the petty cash book. So this is what? This is analysis of payments, analysis of payment. So complete this side first. This is debit, this is credit, this is for payment, this is for receipt, amount received, amount payment. There will be one single for column for particular. You receive the amount, you write it over here, but you write 2. But when you do the payment, you start with the buy and write this side. When you receive, you write this side, start with 2. Date column is for both receipt and payment. Date column is also single column. Okay, this is for cash book folio number and this is for voucher number. Whenever you do the payment, there will be a voucher and we'll write the voucher number over here. And here we write the cash book folio number when we'll get the money from the head cashier. Okay.